Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your April monthly reading. I'm using the Urban Tarot for this reading. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh my god, I swear I just put lotion on my hands. Anyway, I'll have to do that again. I wash my hands so much. Scorpios, what I feel like something's going on in your emotional space. I saw a water energy. Of course, that could be you, but you could be dealing with another water energy. I'm seeing the Three of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing that, you know, whatever may have happened, what the universe is calling you to do is go within and find your inner truth. Okay, look, the card says truce, but it does feel like there's almost like a, you know, enough, you know, like sort of like a, you know, not letting bygones be bygones, but like almost like we're gonna table this for now, like we're gonna take a break, we're gonna take a rest, like especially if there was like some type of, you know, argument or dysfunction that was happening. But yeah, you're being called to see how there's three swords here and then the fourth sword making up the Four of Swords. You're being called to find your sword, your inner truth. Okay, connect and tap within. You know, likely that will help you come maybe more to a place of forgiveness. Okay, some of you may be seeking assistance, okay, from some sort of counselor, or you know, sometimes you may find that people come to you for that. I know that like before I started doing this work, like people, even strangers, would come up to me and tell me all types of stuff. It's partly, you know, it made a lot of sense when I figured out, you know, this work as a part of my path. For some of you, I do see here that you could be moving or traveling as well with the Six of Swords. This, whatever it is, whatever happened, it feels like it happened already. It could be happening now. It does feel like it involves possibly an air sign as well, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? Look at that. You have the Nine of Pentacles showing up here, which just showed up in the Capricorn reading, and I always get a connection between Scorpio and Capricorn energy. So let's see, we're doing an inverted pyramid for this month, and then we'll get an oracle card at the end. So Queen of Swords, again, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or that could be energy that you have. Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Magician, so more air energy, Gemini, the Five of Pentacles reverse, and the Queen of Cups. So again, that could be you. Some of you, again, you may be seeking some sort of counseling here. Just as like, I don't know, this feels like it would apply to like very few people. But I am getting like some sort of like marriage counseling or something along those lines. Okay, two people trying to sort of like figure out directionally where they're going to go in their relationship. Could be dealing with a Libra here as well, the Justice card, or some type of legal situation, because I was getting like, you know, almost like being on the precipice of like breaking up or like divorce, like needing to sort of like separate assets. And you have the Ten of Swords here, right, which can talk about definitely an ending, a karmic completion. As far as your guidance, Scorpio, I feel like you're really being called to focus on your art, focus on your creativity, however, you know, you may express that. Okay, some of you, you may not think of yourself as a creative person, but I believe we're all creative beings. So think creatively about it, okay, about how you might be able to, because I do feel like that's going to help you to process whatever it is that you're going on through here, right? For some of you, it could be writing as well. With the Ace of Discs, the Ace of Pentacles next, I do feel like there's something coming towards you, okay, something that's going to be very sort of valuable. It may definitely be sort of, you know, financial or monetary in some respect for some of you, right? It could be a gift, a loan, something along those lines, something related to work, a contract, some type of bonus. So it definitely could be like, again, tangible. But for others of you, it's going to be something else, okay? Maybe even something that someone says or something that someone imparts, possibly something that you create here, okay, that then might have value in some way, again, either just innately to you or maybe, you know, you sell something. I'll just like give you an example, right? Like I don't call myself a lot of things. So I don't call myself a painter, but I do paint. And one time I was like doing readings at an event and I had one of my paintings just as like part of my setup and someone bought it. So just saying, right? Definitely was not my intention to sell it at, you know, when I created it or when I brought it with me. So the next card you have is the Two of Swords. Okay, so you're definitely, and this, I feel like, I can't remember your last reading exactly, Scorpio, but I don't know why I'm getting like flashes of like familiarity with this. But I feel like you have some sort of decision that's coming up, okay? Could be about a fire sign or an air sign again. could also occur in an air or a fire season, right? So, but I'm just seeing here, right? I love this Two of Swords because the word on the card says peace. And I love that idea of the Two of Swords being peace, right? Because the Two of Swords always talks about making a decision based off of your inner illumination, right? Your intuition. So it's like making the choice that's going to bring you peace. There's also something here about like connecting with your inner child, and that may be why you're being called to tap into your creativity as well. Okay, I feel like there could be some inner child healing that's happening for you. That may in fact be whatever that Three of Swords was. You know, maybe this is just sort of like things that you are dealing with from over time. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, a more specific like recent situation, though for some of you I do feel like it is. Again, for a lot of you I feel like it does involve an air sign, possibly Gemini or Libra. I'm just getting a little bit of like a sense of struggle, okay? Because some of you, this may be an energy that you're harboring too. So it's either like you or somebody that you're connected with, okay? It's almost like they're having trouble manifesting, but it's because of their mindset. It's almost like because of where they're coming from. So again, it's almost like the guidance to sort of get free, to find peace, to be creative is really to sort of like untrap yourself or unfree yourself. Could even just be like, you know, fear, right? Ego-based fear, whatever. I do feel like it could be like someone feels stunted around the creative process. And again, you know, let's say, because I do feel like sometimes, you know, professional creatives, like it can get hard, right? Because creating is like sort of your passion, you know, but then when it's tied to your work, there's like all these other things that become sort of imbued with it, right? So it's almost like, let's say that you're like a writer, okay? So you're an author and you have writer's block, right? Which happens. Maybe like trying a totally different creative outlet, like drawing, painting, sculpturing. That might get your creative juices flowing. That then is going to allow you to get back to, you know, the work. What do they say? The business that pays you, some phrase like that. But, okay. Or again, it could be someone around you as well. All right. I'm definitely seeing though that like take advantage of the fire energy that we have right in Aries season, because it's almost like the ignition, like that's like that fire energy is going to help get it started, okay? And then the Taurus energy is going to help, you know, that we're going into is going to help solidify and ground it, and then we go into an air energy and then fire, right, which we were talking about earlier. You have the Five of Pentacles reverse showing up here. So if there's worry about finances, I think especially, right, sometimes I know people worry about that if there is a situation like divorce or something along those lines, okay? You know, it's going to, I was saying this to someone the other day, right, which is something that I heard a friend say recently, but there are cycles of always a feast and famine, right? So it's going to be okay, right? Like, you know, obviously you want to be smart, right? I'm sort of like talking to myself here too, and like save, but you know, you will be able to sustain, right? And you will be able to figure out perhaps again, even like creative ways to sustain. And again, for some of you, I feel like you have assistance coming in here, either in a literal, again, sort of financial and monetary format, or something else of value to you. And here you are closing out the reading, Queen of Cups, right? So again, could be any water energy. Some of you might be connecting with, you might be going to a water sign, say, for advice or something, or, you know, you could very well be, you know, scheduling or finding, perhaps for some of you, finding maybe for the first time or re-engaging with, you know, counseling or therapy, okay? Let's get your oracle card. We're going to use the Sacred Traveler Oracle. I just saw navigating by the stars, follow your bliss, as well as solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Okay, again, I'm just getting almost like maybe if, you know, I don't know if anyone else has this experience, but I can kind of like flashback or like harken back to periods of my childhood where I was actually usually intensely bored, but because of that sort of boredom or solitude, right? I definitely did not identify it as solitude as a child. It was strictly boredom for me at that time. But I would like create little like arts and crafts projects for myself, almost like how you would in school, but like, you know, there was no guidance or supervision. So I was like, okay, well, what do I, so, and I have like this whole notebook, I still have it, like things that I painted, drew, like really, I don't know, y'all. I just got that, like, almost like going back to a place that you've been before, kind of. Or even if it's like, maybe, you know, some people, they don't want to go back and revisit, right? But what would it have looked like, right? And do that for yourself, almost like, you know, being your inner child, being in your inner child, I should say. The card fell down. Hold on one sec. Let me just move the camera. Why can't I get this? Okay. You have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So I feel like this is, again, you do have a decision coming up, right? Make the decision that brings you peace. But I feel like overall, it really is about your mindset and how finding ways to cultivate a continually peaceful mindset. Okay. I feel like that's the narrow path. Like, and that's the truth. Like, you know, like happiness is a choice, right? It really is. So, narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. We'll read for this card and then close out the reading. So, all right. It says, do not make any quick decisions. Think things through, tread carefully. If you rush into anything, there are potential difficulties. Keep very focused and don't allow yourself to get distracted. Your project will succeed if you go slowly. The relationship will grow, but don't be in a hurry. Let it all emerge in its own time. Be thoughtful in all areas of your life. And I just want to stop there because it's very reminiscent, right, of that Knight of Pentacles energy, which is so Taurian, right? And of course, there's a connection between Scorpio and Taurus. So there's like, aren't y'all? That's your polar opposite sign. So, and again, we're going into Taurus season. So be that Knight of Pentacles, right? The knight where I always say slow and steady wins the race. I also, like, again, especially if you have Capricorn in your chart, dealing with a Capricorn, do go back and watch the Capricorn reading because there was a message of patience coming in there as well. So the Sacred Traveler wants you to know when the path becomes narrow, success will ensue if you go slowly and carefully. The traveler takes one step at a time, deliberately and cautiously. No detail of the path is overlooked. Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Why can't I read? Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Do not get ahead of yourself. Breathe, relax. You will be able to achieve what others have not if you take the time to carefully consider all options and move forward with deliberate care. So Scorpio, again, that's your April monthly reading. If it resonated, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link's down below. You can also subscribe to the newsletter. The next one's going out in like 20 minutes. I don't know that you'll see this in time, but subscribe for the next one. If you'd like to donate, thank you everyone for any and all donations. Follow me over on social media. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next reading. Bye.